Hello, YouTubers. This is Joe Bravo and Mo Bravo's Knife Reviews, and today I have a heavyweight matchup between two fantastic front flippers. We have the Anton Knives Boudica that everybody has seen on this channel before, and we have the Brian Nadeau Sharp by Design Tempest. Both of these knives are fantastic 4-inch front flippers. Don't say that 5 times fast. The Anton is coming in from South Africa with a weight of 5.1 ounces. The Tempest is coming in at a weight of, I'd say, a little bit heavier. 5.0. So the scales don't lie. They are 1/10 of an ounce lighter and, right on par. The length between the two, the tail of the tape, shows that the Sharp by Design Tempest is almost 9 inches, whereas the Boudica is almost 8.5. It looks like the blade length between the two is very similar, with the overall stock of the blade of the Tempest at around 4.25 and about 4 inches of cutting performance or cutting length, and the Boudica is maybe 3.75 with 3 5/8 of cutting edge. So both of them have sharpening choils. Both of them are fantastic knives. The Tempest is running on stainless steel thrust bearings, and the Anton is on IKBS bearings. Both of these guys absolutely fly when you hit them. Fly. I mean, just, awesome. Awesome. Brian Nadeau and the Tempest is made right here in New Jersey. It is one of his custom knives. He does do production runs with Riot. This is not one of them. They are coming out soon, so if you are interested in checking out one of these, I'm not sure if there's going to be a drop. I don't know what if you didn't get a pre-order, what you're going to have as far as availability. I'm sure you'll see them pop up on the secondary. But how does it compare to the Boudica? As one of my favorite knives, favorite makers, does the Tempest knock it off its pedestal? And I'm not sure. It's kind of a different animal. This is milled titanium with the special pivot. I don't have the pivot tool for that. I'm going to look right now. In the case, it did not come with it, which is no big deal. I've got a tool that I could use if I ever wanted to break this down. It's not something I'm running to go out and do. This does have a backspacer. The Tempest does. It's a small guy, not a full-length backspacer. Probably doing a good job of keeping that weight down. I'm going to have to go back and look and see. The blade steel on that is... I don't even say. I don't even have a COA, so I can't even tell you what the blade steel is on that. I could probably do a little bit more digging, but I'm not going to do that right now. The Anton Boudica is RWL 34, Cerakoted blade, and the titanium frame is also Cerakoted. The collar is Damascus. The pocket clip is Damascus. The pivot screw collar is Damascus, and the backspacer is Damascus. So there's a lot going on in this knife. How does it compare? So this Detent is strong. It is stronger than the Boudica. Is it a bad thing? No. It's just different. It's funny because, like the Atlas and the other front flippers that you see out there today, there's front flippers and then there's front flipper top flippers like you have on the Gareth Bull Chamois, excuse me. And you can come up over the top, or you could use that little tick. Now, these Anton and Sharp by Design Tempest, these knives do not have that little tick. So you can't roll them over like a lighter unless you want to just rip the hell out of your hand. I do find that you could push down and over. You could also use the side of your finger. And as a frame lock, it did take me a little bit to get this action down. I like to pull the pocket clip and push with my knife and have that simultaneous action. With the Brian Nadeau Sharp by Design, I don't have to do that. I almost choke up a little bit. I'm not even on the pocket clip, and this thing just flies open. If I try and open it like the Anton, it's like it's too far to get on the pocket clip. So you don't even need it the way it's tuned, and it's great. If you could keep your hands off the pocket clip, it almost gives you a different sound. So if you ride the pocket clip, you get this popping sound, and I think that's the pressure of your hand pushing against the lock bar, and it's like a pop up. Whereas if you don't do it, hang on, there it is. Just get a little bit better sound, a little bit better action. And yeah, just one of those things when you think about the acoustics of a knife. If I ride the lock bar on this, I can't even release this the way Anton has this guy, done. And just so everybody does know, hang on, you can penny drop both of these knives. Yeah, great knives. I'm gonna come out and say it. I think the Anton knife has a crisper detent and a little bit better action on release. And I don't know if that's because, and I was talking to a friend of mine about this, it's because I had the Anton first. That is the staple that I align to. If I had the Tempest first, would I say the Tempest was better? Probably. I don't think that's a knock on either of these. The price points between the two of these are very similar. You got about $1,400 for each one of these. The IKBS bearing is a little bit different than our typical captured bearings, and I haven't broken this down. I haven't determined yet if I'm going to or not. I'd be interested to see if putting skiff bearings in this does anything. And I typically don't like to do that on custom knives. Production knives, it's easier to get away with that. Custom knives, I'd probably be weary to do so because they have a little bit more touch, a little bit more character, a little bit tighter tolerances. So I probably won't do that, but it would be interesting to see if the thrust bearings do anything different. The Tempest doesn't drop shut. The Tempest has a controlled shut, and you need a shake to drop it. That's fine. I'm okay with having a shake shut. There's some people that don't like that. The Anton, on the contrary, just drops shut like a fucking ton of bricks, and I love it. And that's why I don't, clear my hands and knock down that lock bar with the thumb. So, who wins? I guess I win because I've got both of these in my collection. I probably keep the Anton because it's one of my favorites. I like to represent New Jersey. I've got an SD knives and now I've got a Sharp by Design knife. Is it going to stay? I'm not sure. Probably not. I got a buddy of mine that got his eyes on it, and I always like clearing weight so I have room for new stuff on the channel. I'm going to run out of time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and have a great rest of your weekend. And looking forward to seeing you very, very soon. Take care.